kind of just wondering when that call is going to come to AAA?
I don't know. I mean, it's out of my control, so just got to keep doing what I'm doing and, hope for the best.
Is it hard to block those thoughts out at all?
No, I think they're good at times. They can help motivate you to want to be in a different spot. So I think, no one wants to be in the same spot their whole career. So, I'm looking forward to what's next for sure. I think as the season goes on, every year of my career I've gotten better and better. So the more that I play, the more comfortable I feel. And I feel in a really good spot right now. So I'm just looking to improve that.
What has been your philosophy with the pitchers? Because your numbers behind the plate have been very good, 24.9, pitchers with a 3.51 ERA. What's your philosophy working with the pitchers so far this year?
Yeah, I think I just try to get them to believe and trust in what I'm calling every game, so that they throw each pitch with intent, and they're able to really just put 100% behind each pitch. And I think that helps the pitchers have more comfort on the mound, and I think that helps them go deeper into games and execute pitches at a higher rate.
So going back to the dinner with Volpe, what did you tell him about his stance? Like, you were just watching film and you noticed there was a difference?
Yeah, we were just looking through video, and kind of like he said, it was just small little things that we noticed, and it seemed to have helped him, whether it's mechanical or just confidence in the swing. He's got a great swing, so all it takes is something nice and small every once in a while to help get you back on track.
So how cool is it to see him succeeding in the MLB level after being so close to him and all the great things he did here?
Yeah, it's amazing. Seeing him perform. Even early on, it's so cool to see him up there playing the game. I got to play with him the last 2 years and hope to again this year. So I think it's super cool to have him up there representing the younger guys, the younger prospects up there, and doing what he does best.
Seems like so far this year your fly balls and opposite field hits have gone up a little bit. I know it's like kind of a small sample, but is there anything that you've changed just with your mechanics or approach this year?
I actually think they've gone down this year, so that's interesting.
According to Fangraphs, I guess.
Yeah, I would like to hit the ball the other way a little more than I am now. So that's just where I'm getting pitched. Getting pitched away, down and away. So you just got to adjust to where you're getting pitched at. And recently, in the last month or so, a lot of it's been away and nothing really much in. So just trying to evolve and be able to be a complete hitter all around the field.
Do you think your defense has improved this year?
Yeah, I do, definitely. Since I think 2 or 3 weeks into the season here, my receiving numbers have gone up a ton. And just trying to continue to improve those every day.
And what do you think of the bobblehead they're gonna have for you in September?
I think they did a really good job. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, the shades are nice.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Defense, you guys had Carlos Rodon here a couple weeks ago. What does working with a pitcher like that do for you as in your development as a catcher?
Yeah, it's amazing. Get to catch guys from the big league team coming down doing rehab assignments. Catching them in early spring training stuff. It just only shows you where you're at in the game. Just being able to feel comfortable and feel confident in catching a guy who the Yankees just signed for a long time. I think that's very important, and I felt really good about being back there with him, and we had a good game plan. So he looked really good, so that was a plus too.
Do you guys have a mustache connection?
I don't know. I think so.
On that point, what was that like, having that kind of exposure with a lot of guys from the majors? Like when you had Giancarlo up here and also Donaldson, what has that exposure been like for you?
Yeah, it's cool to just pick their brains and see what they're going through and what they're trying to figure out here down when they're on their rehab assignment. I've in the last years had to do some rehab stints, so hearing what they try to focus on and that stuff, and then when they go back what they're trying to work on, it's cool to be around, and it's cool to take tips and learn things from them.
It was cool seeing Higgy catch the perfect game the other, I guess it was last week now. What kind of influence did him and Trevino have on you during spring training?
Yeah, they've been great to me. Higgy since 21, and then Trevino this last year. We reach out and talk every once in a while, and I reached out to Higgy after, and he was all fired up about it. So it was really cool to see him have success and see Trevino have success up there. They're doing a great job managing the pitching staff. So that's all you can ask for.
You got a no-hitter is a perfect game on the bucket list.
I would love that. Every game we go out there trying to make a perfect game. So it's definitely a goal.
You've been really good offensively here. What's been the key to staying so consistent with the bat?
Kind of like I said earlier, just evolving to how guys are pitching me. Having to make small adjustments here and there throughout the weeks to the different teams that we face. Phillies and Pirates, I feel like I've faced them since low-A, so they have a pretty good book on what I can do and what I can't do. So trying to figure out and get an advantage on what they're going to try and do, that helps me throughout the week, definitely.
Showing up, doing the same thing, keeping your head down, working hard, and some days it's just kind of how the sport is. Some days it shows up, some days you hit the ball, they catch it. Sometimes you don't hit the ball very hard at all and it goes through. And I think the stuff that we work on here just day to day honestly gives you those results and we hope to make them as consistent as possible.
Do you pay attention to your own numbers at all? Like, do you look next to the home run total next to your name and go, okay?
We all want to say we don't and don't notice that stuff, but I definitely tried not to look at it as much, but it's cool to see, like, coming into a season, like what you want to beat from last year and stuff like that. So I'd say we all keep a small eye on it, but don't want to stare at it too long.
I guess given what you have done and how hot you have been lately, are you kind of at the point where you're starting to think about, maybe getting a chance at the next level?
I think that's our goal the entire season. When you're playing good or bad, when you're playing bad, you're trying to get back to where you were. When you're playing good, you're confident, you feel like you're ready, but I think no matter what the numbers are, that's our goal here for sure.
Usually that luck kind of plays a factor sometimes on batted balls, but your fly balls have gone up this year in terms of just the rate that you're hitting them. Have you mechanically done anything to just alter, the way you're able to hit the ball in the air more? Or?
Honestly, for me, it's kind of always been a swing decision thing, just swinging at better pitches, trying to hit the ball hard anyways. A perfect swing for us is one that leaves the yard, so I'm trying to find those pitches more often and not miss them.
Yeah, what is it like to have a 3 home run game?
It was great. Weird enough, when you go to the plate, everybody thinks you're trying to do it again, and the games where you don't try it are weird enough, the ones that happen to be your most successful ones. So, it felt good. It was really lighthearted. I got out my 4th at bat, and everybody was giving me crap for it. So, it was fun, but it's definitely fun when you have a good team around you.
Do you remember what on each of those home runs, what kind of pitch you hit for home run?
Yeah, the first one was I think a fastball with some ride down the middle, and then it went splitter and slider after that. So it was good. It was, looking back on it, was good to, hit a variety of pitches out.
For you, what would be the key to maintaining that consistent swing? When you have such success and you're hitting home runs, and you have a game where you have 3 home runs, what for you? What's your mentality to try and stay consistent and not get into that habit?
It's still a swing decision thing. When teams see somebody having success, they're going to try to kind of change the way they're pitching you. They're going to try to nibble around the corners more, not just a guy hasn't been swinging well, but lately they're going to throw it down the middle, just get ahead. They're going to try to they're going to want me to help them out more, and the stronger I am to my mental game and my approach of looking for a good pitch to hit and not chasing is going to be huge.
So you guys are really building something special with the first half championship. You won it all last year. Like, how great is that feeling in the clubhouse? And what's the chemistry like with the guys on and off the field?
It's great. I think the people in the clubhouse here, they make it easy to come here and play every day. Everybody in the clubhouse loves each other, and the fact that we won the first half and are already off to a hot start in the second one is everything.
You mentioned lowering strikeouts, and I think that's something even I've asked you about before too. Where kind of are you at in that process, and how key is that for you to kind of continue to move along?
It's definitely big. Every power hitter, you seem to think when you think when Judge touches the ball, it's a homer almost every time, and it really is. So the goal is just to increase that amount of time. So whether it's chasing or getting your eyes in the right spot to see the ball better, it's just little things every day before the game, trying to prepare to make the game a little bit easier.
Last year, there were 8 players that set career highs in homers working here with Jake Hurst. Since you've come up here, and you're only 3 homers away now, what's it like working with him? What kind of influence is he on you every single day?
It's great working with him. He's got a drive to come and help us out every single day, and he's doing the extra work for us. We're not even realizing it. He's looking at video, coming to the field with different ideas, and constantly having an open conversation with him about what's going that day, how the pitch is going to be thrown, what he would do if they were that pitcher, kind of helping us create a plan of attack every day. His drive for that is great, and it definitely shows.
You mentioned before about being on this team now for going into a full year after last year. do you look at yourself? Do you, some of you guys who have been here now for going on almost about a year and a half, 2 years, like yourself, Austin Wells, do you guys look at yourselves as leaders in the clubhouse? Do some of the young guys look at you as leaders in the clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, coming back to something that looks familiar, I think it might be just looked at from an outside point of view, like, oh, this guy might, he could lead. He's already here doing things. He knows exactly what's going on. I'm definitely not going to be a leader that gets people's faces and pumps them up. I lead by example. I'm going to do the right thing when nobody's watching, and I'm going to do the extra work when no one's watching. So if people can pick up on that without me, because I'm not going to get in people's faces and kind of rah them up, but if they pick up on that and I can lead them by that way, I'm more than happy to.
Anthony Volpe was talking about how he and Austin Wells enjoy, I guess, his mother's cooking as far as the chicken parm. I mean, do you guys, is this going to be a thing now for you guys, like chicken parm for the Patriots? Or
I've heard a couple things about that. There's a rumor there might be a shirt being made about it, so it'd definitely be cool. I think it's definitely funny seeing something as small as that kind of blow up.